Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Barriers, where without failure, you can't have success. I'm your host, Eric Payne. Um, the topic of this is sort of what my title is. Without failure, you can't have success. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do, you're going to fail. At some point in time, you failed, and it's okay. The problem is a lot of people fail and they say, screw that, I'm not doing it because it makes them uncomfortable. If something makes you uncomfortable, work wise, pushing forward, that's normally a good sign that you're growing. Um, People don't like change. And when you're trying to do something better for yourself and in your life, it means you have to change a couple things, which makes it uncomfortable. Whether it be you're trying to save money for a house, so you have to cut back, and you got to tell yourself, I can't go out with my friends, or I don't need to buy that boat, or I don't need that motorcycle. Uh, you have to learn when to say no when you're trying to grow. Um, in any aspect, when you get to that point and it starts getting where you're not uncomfortable, you need to push yourself a little bit harder because the places I've been to hell and back and smiled the entire way because I know that where I've been, I was at rock bottom, didn't have anything. So the only place I could go was up. So if you're at a point in your life and you think you're at rock bottom, don't think about how hard the struggle is. Because if you're truly at rock bottom, there's nowhere else for you to go. You're gonna go up. But you have to put the work in to do it. How big of a beast do you think you are? Like me, every job I do, I'm a I'm a monster because I know I've walked through hell with a smile on my face because I was excited and I looked forward to what my future held. You need to look past the obstacle at hand and see where that road leads you. Forget those friends that always want to go party. Forget those friends that are convenient friends when you have money. Like a lot of people, they stopped talking to me because they were always there for a handout. They'd have a rough spot or they just want a little runaround money and they'd be like, hey, will you send me 20 bucks? Hey, can I have 20 bucks? It adds up. Finally, I just got to the point and I had to tell them no. And then what do you know? Just like that, poof, they're gone. So now the only friends that I like to associate myself with are people doing way better than me. Because one, I'm not going to ask them for a damn thing because I don't take handouts. Excuse me. And two, I'm going to watch and try and mimic them so I can learn to be what they're doing. So that's where I got this idea. I was watching, I'm learning, and I'm mimicking. That's how life goes. If you watch and you learn from people of your past, whether it be how you grew up, uh, and it was a bad situation, and you want to try and play that victim drum and say, well, this is where I came from. This is the hand that life dealt me. This is how I have to live. That's fucking bullshit. And you keep telling yourself that lie. The hand you're dealt with doesn't have to be a losing hand. You just have to know how to play it. It's it's tough when I see people with true potential throw it away because they want to go gamble it off or hang out with their buddies or buy dumb shit. And then when life gets tough, they bitch and complain that they don't have this, they can't do that. It's like, well, what'd you do different? Well, I started going out with my friends. I bought this. I was doing that. It's like, okay, but where did you keep trying to progress yourself? Well, no, I had a good I had it made. It's like, well, stupid, whose fucking fault is that? Just because you have it made doesn't mean you just stop. You got to keep progressing and moving forward to better yourself. Stop being a lazy shit. And people, I get it all the time. Well, I could be doing that, but yeah, they throw a but in there because that's their excuse because they're lazy. Well, that would take this much time. and I can't do that. They make all kinds of excuses, but the point is they're lazy. I get anywhere from 4 hours to maybe 6 hours of sleep a night, maybe, because I'm working all the time. Because by the time I get to retirement age, I do want to be able to slow down and enjoy life and enjoy the finer things. Granted, I don't expect it to take me till I'm 65 years old to do that, but that's just how it is. It's pretty hard, and I'm guilty of it for a long time. I I always wanted to point the finger at everybody else because it was everybody else's fault, because I didn't want to take into accountability uh, of my own actions and my own failures and what I was doing wrong. I always wanted to put the blame on somebody else. Stop putting the blame on somebody else. Life will get you a whole lot farther if you take responsibility and own what you're doing. Because once you get into that habit of owning what you're doing, you'll start making more conscious decisions on how your life is going to go. It's a puzzle, guys. 6 years in prison, and I come out to a world of chaos because it was nothing like it was when I went in. If I can do it, you can do it. Convicted felon, record, bad background, had a temper at one point in time. I'm the most laid back person you'll ever find now, but my life was bad. When I say I can do it, you can do it. And I'll be that vessel. I'll help you along the way. But the point is, if you want my help, you need to meet me halfway. I want you to show me that you're willing to take steps forward to be better. I love you guys. I don't mean to preach, but that's what this is all about. It's about me preaching because I've gone through what you're going through. How are you going to change your future? If you're not following me on Facebook, go follow me on Facebook. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, shoot me a comment. That last part, somebody left me a comment on one of my videos and I wanted to touch base because he was absolutely right. I love you guys. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.